2017 was the inaugural year for the Beaches Softball Hall of Fame. That year we inducted 6 new members. Billy Baxter, Tom Bulldog McCleverty, Dave Santa Lewis, Pat Acton, Bob Acton, and Harry Hale were your 2017 Beaches Softball Hall of Famers. Without further ado, here are your 2018 Beaches Softball Hall of Famers. Alan Lozier was Big Paul's older brother. Alan umpired in the Beaches League for over 10 years. He mostly umpired the Scarborough Sunday League at Thompson Park. After Alan passed away in 2014, we renamed the All-Star Game after him. All the players had a moment's silence, and Alan's brother Big Paul sprinkled his ashes at home plate at Blantyre. Later in the year, Big Paul sprinkled them at Thompson Park and Kew Gardens, all the diamonds that Alan umpired at. The league still honors Alan today with the Alan Lozier All-Star Game. It is a fun day to honor a great man. We also named the Sunday League Championship after Alan. Winner of the league gets the Alan Memorial Cup. The last 2 years was won by my team, Wasted Talent. Alan, you are missed by your little brother Paul and his family and the rest of the league. Rest in peace, my friend. Ted Martin was born on March 10, 1930 in Toronto. When past President Lloyd Roseborough hurt his neck and could not take the little green box around anymore, Teddy jumped in and loved it. He took that little green box around collecting money and handing out schedules for the league for over 25 years. Ted loved sports, so every year at the banquet we'd get him a Leafs or Jays jersey. But Ted's first love was baseball. He loved the Jays. He would always have his transistor radio on at the ballpark, updating all the players with the Jays score. 2002, we renamed the A Championship Trophy of the Martin Cup in honor of Ted, which he loved handing out at the banquet. Ted also worked 40 years at U of T and was the equipment man at Ted Reeve for 25 years. But in his obituary, he said he loved going down to Kew Gardens and he loved the Beaches in a church league. He considered us family. We still honor Ted every year by handing out the Martin Cup at the banquet. We all love and miss you, Ted. Charlie Red Acton was born in 1924. Charlie was a great athlete as he played pro football in the 1940s for the Ottawa Rough Riders and Balmy Beach in the old ERFU, a league that preceded the CFL. Charlie was umpire and president of Beaches in a Church League in the 1960s. He founded Corpus Christi softball team in 1969 so his sons Bobby and Patty could play. After they sat the bench a few years, he founded Corpus Christi Youth Club, CCYC, where Patty and Bobby would go on to win several championships in the 70s and 80s. After Charlie passed away in 1984, sons Patty and Bobby, along with league president Harry Hale, started a tournament in Charlie's honor. The Charlie Red Acton Memorial Tournament was the best tournament in the city, offering $1,000 for first place. All the greatest pitchers and players in Canada played in the tournament. I always remember as a youngster asking Charlie, who's going to win the championship this year? Charlie would always say, the kids are going to win. Charlie Red Acton, the man, the myth, the legend, gone but not forgotten. Mark Daly was born on August 1, 1953 in Youngstown, Ohio. After a brief career in law enforcement, Mark turned his career to broadcasting. After moving to Toronto, he worked at Chum Radio, Q107, and City TV, where he became the City Pulse crime reporter. He later anchored City Pulse Late Night News. He is best known for his voice. He was the voice of City TV, and who can forget his comical intros on City TV late great movies. Mark became roommates with Pat Acton and started playing on CCYC. He would also become league president. I worked with Mark closely with the league and as an intern at City TV. He was my friend and mentor. Mark was a Beacher through and through and went to all the events and raised tons of money for charity. After a courageous battle with cancer, Mark died on December 6, 2010. He is survived by his proud daughter Nicole and his beloved wife Kim. Mark, you will be missed everywhere. Brian Ivel started playing in the Beaches Interchurch Softball League in 1975 for Corpus Christi. Brian was a good catcher and a solid hitter. He was no superstar, but what he lacked in talent, he made up with heart and determination. He was a great teammate. His sense of humor kept guys in stitches. Corpus Christi finally won a championship in 1983 when they're sponsored by Nevada Dining Lounge. Then the following year, they won the Charlie Red Acton Memorial Tournament. Later, Corpus Christi and CCYCs would combine forces and become Beach IGA. Unfortunately, Brian passed away on May 18, 1991 from heart failure, legging out a triple. After his passing, the league ran Brian Ivel All-Star Benefit Night in his honor and planted a tree and bench in center field for him. My father was instrumental in getting Brian the bench, passed away 2 months later. They now have benches together in center field. Brian was a longtime executive member as well as a player. He will be missed by family, friends, and teammates. Barry Higgins started playing fastball in 1963 with his good buddies Steve Trotman and Bobby Osborne for Kinsman Boys Fastball. Barry and Steve would play almost their whole life together. Barry joined the Beaches Interchurch Softball League in the early 1970s. Barry quickly became one of the best pitchers and hitters in the league. When Nevada Dining Lounge won the championship in 1983, Barry won the batting title that year, hitting .432. By doing so, Barry is the only player in the league history to win batting, pitching, MVP league, and MVP in the playoffs, the league's Grand Slam. Barry was a great pitcher, but once injuries took a toll on him, he moved over to first base. His slick glove and clutch hitting made him one of the best players to ever play in the league. After retirement, Barry took up coaching and coached his team to the Scout Shootout Championship. And in 2009, he coached his son Tyler on Team Canada and won a gold medal at the Maccabee Games. Barry now coaches girls fastball with his good buddy Pat Acton. Barry is now retired from playing the game and is enjoying his retirement very much. He now spends his time with his lovely wife of 42 years, Debbie, and having a great time chasing their beautiful grandchildren around the house. Welcome to the Hall of Fame, Barry. There is no one more deserving than you. Alan Lozier, Ted Martin, Charlie Red Acton, Mark Daly, Brian Ivel, and Barry Higgins. These are your 2018 Beaches Softball Hall of Famers.